Hello there, I'm Lyndon Thorpe. Welcome to Mindful Moments, Touch Your Heart Every Day. And I'm here on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday to help you lay down a foundation of mindfulness to sustain your busy life. Yes, it's all about sustaining. We can have great ideas, we can have a spurt of enthusiasm and energy, but the real secret is how we sustain that, how we make it live and become firmly established. Yeah. And the only way you're going to do that, really, without burning out, is to develop lots of inner resources, which actually not a question of developing them, just a question of remembering them. We have everything we need inside. And so my practices are about reminding you of that. And I always work from the great truth that the body remembers everything. The limited mind between your ears forgets a lot and is easily influenced, easily distracted, and so on and so forth. But the body is stable. It knows the truth. And really, it's your anchor in your life. And so during this practice, you'll get to learn how to really experience that anchor and turn to it every day. We should be mindfully practicing every single day. This is how to remain balanced in a very imbalanced world. Yeah, the intellectual visual world is highly imbalanced at present. It's changing, but we have to remain solid and, above all, healthy and balanced and happy. Those are very important values. I think we each have a kind of moral duty to be happy. Yeah. Anyway, let's get started. If you're new here, welcome. You've made a great choice. But if you are coming back, thank you. I love having you around. It's great. And yes, just a couple of things before we start. This week, our theme is aligning profit with presence. And so we are trying to, in our events this week and also in our other activities, we're trying to align presence and, of course, purpose with profit. In other words, how do you, what is your purpose in life to allow you to make money? Yeah. Purpose, very important. You may be doing things in a kind of blind dance, but when you get down into your central core, you begin to question, well, what is my purpose in life? Why am I here? What's my mission, if you like? Your purpose, your mission. And the more we can put that mission into practice, actually get it out there, share it with the global community, the better. And incidentally, we make money. Yeah, that's my way of looking at it from the embodiment side. Okay, so please bear that in mind as we go into the practice. There are a couple of ground rules. Please, if you can, sit with your spine vertical or stand, and the crown of your head should be going up into the heavens, soles of your feet, and the base of your spine down, down into the chair, down into the earth if you're standing. And either are great. No fast rules about that. Well, this is the ultimate posture to make great strides in your mindful practice. Okay, and every session begins with the ringing of my bell, and that signals your journey, the beginning of your journey into your inner core. This is a non-doing practice, so you don't have to do anything. Leave it all to me, and just be. That's your main focus during this practice. Okay, let's get started. When you detect the vibrations of my bell, please allow your eyelids to soften and to float down, leaving a rim of light open at the bottom so you can remain alert. That's important. There is a restful byproduct. You'll feel rested later, but actually during the practice, you need to be really alert, 100% alert. So please don't close your eyes because you may feel sleepy. Okay, here we go. Okay, so take your time. Make that transition from the overwhelming visual intellectual world into the quiet interior, your inner world. And it takes a few moments to make that transition. Get comfortable, that's important. And it really helps to have your feet flat on the floor. So you're in contact with the planet and above you, the infinity of the sky and the universe. Okay, so as you come down into your inner core, you'll notice two things. Firstly, your breath. Yeah, we are rarely aware of our breath in the visual intellectual world. But here in the inner core, yeah, it becomes the whole background. And so it's really important to take this opportunity to breathe with your breath. Don't change anything. This is non-doing. You don't have to make any changes. You just have to be present, and the body will change once you give it permission and attention. So just breathe with your breath and just really enjoy that rhythm. Notice how your shoulders are. Are they soft? Are they open? Is your chest open? Are your arms free? Because later, when we have finished the practice, we can compare to see how you've transformed. Now, the second thing you may notice is a tendency to generate words and images as I talk. Of course, we're trained to do this in the visual, intellectual world, but here in the inner world, in the um, unlimited mind, we don't need to do that. As I said, this is non-doing practice. You don't need to do anything at all except follow my voice and follow your breath. So just gently resist any tendency to generate words or images or meanings. Just accept the words exactly as they are. Okay. So let's go into stage 1. Please gather all the energy of your mind, body, spirit into a single laser beam. Bright, hot, penetrating. No distractions from the visual or the intellectual. So just bring all that power, your unique power, bring it all together into a strong laser beam. And in a moment, we're going to project that laser beam outside your immediate environment, outside your walls and windows, outside your roof and ceiling. If you're in a vehicle, outside the vehicle. If you're outdoors, then as far afield as you can. So please gently slide your beam outside and start to scan systematically, inch by inch, detecting any vibrations, whether near or far, large or small. And when you encounter a vibration, pause, accept, and move on. We don't need to label, we don't need to guess, we just accept. And as you scan your outer environment in great detail, as far afield as you can, then please remember that you are a tiger in a jungle, stalking through the undergrowth, and every vibration is vital for you to detect with every skin pore and every hair follicle of your beautiful coat. Every vibration could be the next meal or some kind of threat. So tigers are totally alert and aware as they patrol their territory, looking for food, looking for threats. Wonderful. As far afield as you can. right out into the distance, remembering that animals and people who live close to the earth can detect vibrations at a range of 10 miles, a 10-mile radius. And I've seen them do it, so it's not a lie. It's true. We can do it too. It's a skill that our ancestors used. We call it whole body listening, using every skin pore, every hair follicle to detect any vibrations around you. Wonderful. Okay, let's move on to stage 2. Slide your bright, hot, penetrating laser beam inside your immediate environment, inside your walls and windows, ceilings and roofs, inside your vehicle, and if you're outdoors, within a 30-meter radius around you. And start to scan, methodically seeking out any vibrations near or far, above, below, to the left, to the right, in front, and behind. Using every skin pore, every hair follicle, being 100% present in your search for vibrations. And when you encounter a vibration, pause, accept, and move on. No labeling, no guessing, just pure vibration. And as you scan your inner environment, let me bring your attention to your breath. The human breath is a miracle. We breathe between 20 and 24,000 times every single 24 hours without question, unless we're sick or have an accident or something. It's unconditional. And your breath is your most precious asset. Nothing else comes close to it. Without it, you would die. And it represents a remarkable relationship between you as a human being and the earth. Without the earth's oxygen, we could not exist. And your body is 100% evolved, so it can hyper efficiently process that raw oxygen, retain the nutrients, expel the unwanted components, and so you can thrive. But take a moment to allow gratitude to well up in your body. Gratitude is not a thought, it's a state, and it happens inside your body. So feel gratitude for your breath. It's an extraordinary opportunity to be human. Okay, wonderful. Let's move on to stage 3. Slide your extraordinary, unique laser beam inside your body, right down to the tips of your toes, and start to scan along the tops of your feet, along the soles of your feet towards the heel, systematically, methodically, detecting any vibrations from blood and bones and muscle, and illuminating any darkness or tightness. Now slide your laser beam up into your ankle joints. Take the heat and light of your mind inside those joints. Soften the cartilage, make space, and then start to scan up the lower leg, little by little, systematically. And when you encounter a vibration, pause, accept, and move on without question. So, scanning up and up and up until we encounter the calf muscle, which is often hard from the bombardment of gravity or bad posture, tiredness, etc. So take your laser beam inside those calf muscles, make them soft, warm, and then slide up into your knee joints. Make space, heat and light, bringing warmth to your joints. And then we start to scan the thigh, the longest bone muscle area of the body, upward if you're standing, along if you're sitting, scanning methodically, taking your time to look at the detail of any tightness in your thigh, any darkness, any vibrations. And soon you'll encounter the torso. And at the base of the torso, you'll find a congregation of nerve endings. We call it the base chakra. It's a supreme energy center. It's a place of birth for women, procreation for men, and elimination for everybody. This is vital. Eliminating toxins from the body is equally as vital as breathing. If we don't, we die eventually. So really take your laser beam into this energy center, generate more energy there. And nearby, you'll find the coccyx, 3 to 5 little tiny bones that are the remnant of a tail when you were a different kind of mammal. Scan up those. And soon we come to the sacrum, which is a spade-shaped bone, quite large, at the base of the spine, designed to help you carry weight, your weight and any other weight. Scan up that. Then we find the lumbar spine bones. These are chunky bones with a disc in between each one to protect, white cartilage disc. So start to scan up your lumbar spine, bone, disc, bone, disc, bone, disc, up behind your intestines, bone, disc, and up behind your solar plexus, just under your rib cage, bone, disc, bone, disc, and eventually you encounter the rib cage. Inside the rib cage, your vital organs, the most magnificent of which is your heart, pumping away, emitting electromagnetic vibrations 60 times stronger than the brain. This is your true brain. Scan up behind the heart, bone, disc, bone, disc, bone, disc, and up into the top half of the chest, where we find the lungs, madly processing oxygen so you can thrive. Climb up behind those, bone, disc, bone, disc, bone, disc, and eventually you come to the notch on the back of your neck. This is where the cervical spine begins. These are smaller bones, each with a disc, bone, disc, bone, disc, and eventually the spine disappears up inside the skull. And right at the very top of your spine is the atlas joint. And the atlas joint is where the skull pivots. It's not attached to your spine. It's held in place only by muscles. So the muscles of the head, neck, and back are really important. So feel your spine right at the crown of your head. And there you have it, the glorious length of your spine. And you've lengthened it by at least 1 centimeter, just with the power of your mind. When you detect the vibration of my bell, allow your eyelids to float open and gaze softly ahead. Wonderful. So remark how you feel. Compare how you feel now with how you felt at the beginning. How about your breathing? The rhythm has changed, slowed down. Your shoulders probably are softer, your chest more open. Your whole body is aware through whole body listening, and your spine is beautifully lengthened. The crown of your head going up into the sky, the soles of your feet down into the earth. And there you have it. This is how to navigate the visual, intellectual world, which can be so overwhelming and so domineering. Stay back in your spine with your breath, with your whole body aware, and you will never get burnt out. You will always stay balanced and safe. Enjoy the day ahead. I look forward very much to seeing you tomorrow. Please leave me a comment if you feel great. Bye for now.